Hello and welcome to Dialogue Options, our weekly show where we take our theories and opinions and we put them to you. Today I'll be talking about what makes a good game companion, why some of them are so darn lovable, and how they make your adventuring so much better. As overused as the famous line in The Legend of Zelda is, it really is dangerous to go alone. When you're gallivanting about in a radioactive wasteland or a fictional world where giant spiders attack you, having someone by your side is just plain sensible. From making witty remarks as you set off to explore a new region, to having your back in the depths of a creepy cave, the company you keep can really take the edge off some pretty hairy situations and enhance your adventuring experience in the best way possible. I mean, let's be honest. Shouldering the responsibility of saving the entire universe is made a lot more bearable when you have friends who are there to help you through it. Bioware's games have always nailed it in the companions department in this respect. The Mass Effect series would be nothing without its cast of supporting characters who fight alongside you every step of the way. I for one don't want to know what Mass Effect would be like without Garrus doing all those calibrations. There's no Shepard without the Carrion after all.
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Mass Effect 2 is one of the quintessential examples of just how good companions can make the overall experience of a game's story. Through a sequence of unfortunate events, you have to set out on a suicide mission to save the galaxies from the clutches of the Collectors. You can only get so far on your own though, so you're going to need some help. That's where your crew comes in. Everyone knows the risks involved in your quest to save the day, but they stay by your side anyway. It's quite literally you and them against the universe. In close quarters with high stakes at play, the bond you form with your Normandy 2 crew is unlike any other, which makes you care about each and every character. By the end of it, you'll find yourself desperately hoping everyone makes it out alive. In much the same way, Bioware's Dragon Age series puts you in the shoes of someone who has a duty or power forced upon them in some way or other. Take Dragon Age Inquisition for example. Just imagine waking up one day to find your hand suddenly wields the power to close the rifts in the sky, and therefore save the world. You're basically honor bound to forget your own wants and needs and put Thedas first to save everyone, right? That's pretty heavy stuff. Well, thank the maker you have a group of followers who can help you lighten the load, especially if they come in the shape of a handsome witty mage called Dorian Parvis, who I couldn't possibly adore any more than I already do.
About how much you adore me, I assume? I hear that so often.
Part of the reason why I become so attached to characters in Bioware's series like Dragon Age and Mass Effect is down to the writing. Every character is fleshed out with their own backstories, motivations, and personalities. Getting invested in their storyline helps you relate to them on a personal level, and having the opportunity to take the relationship to the next level by bringing love and romance into it just intensifies the attachments you form to certain characters. Some companions also have some practical uses that actually help you along your adventures. Elizabeth in Bioshock throws coins she finds throughout the game to Booker. These coins, known as Silver Eagles, are the currency you use to revive yourself every time you meet your untimely demise.
Catch!
In a similar way, Dogmeat in Fallout 4 can be commanded to search an area for any points of interest or loot. Not to mention, he can also alert you when baddies are nearby and grab a raider by the leg so you can get in a good shot. He's a very good boy, yes he is. Thankfully, Dogmeat can't actually die, which is a blessing. As much as I adore having a doggo companion in Skyrim, the stress of making sure my Poochie pal stayed alive was almost too much to bear. Some series also have skills that are specific to particular classes. So, for example, if you didn't decide to play as a rogue but you need to unlock a door, your other party members can do it for you. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all game companions make everything better. Some can be pretty annoying. Take Na'vi from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now there's one example of how a game would have been a whole lot better without its fairy companion continually demanding you listen to their guidance. By Azora, then there's the adoring fan. Admittedly, I do have a soft spot for our very own personal superfan, but let's just say he might not last very long in combat or really do all that much to help you. At least he carries a torch for you though, both literally and figuratively.
I'm going to follow you and watch you and worship the ground you walk on.
Lots of games these days are set in big, expansive open worlds, and chances are you'll be wandering about the expansive landscapes for quite some time. So keeping some good company really makes the whole experience feel a bit less lonely. Now, I'm not saying it's not enjoyable to explore all the world has to offer solo. Link, for example, certainly doesn't need company to make Breath of the Wild the magical experience it is, but having a horse friend to travel across Hyrule certainly makes the exploration side of things a breeze. A lot can be said about camaraderie. You form a special kind of bond with those you go through something with. You're not likely to forget the party members that helped you take down a particularly nasty creature or gave their support when the very universe came under threat. Companions can fill the fictional worlds you explore with a lot of humour, heart and personality. And in my opinion, without them, the journey you go on would be a lot less memorable. Do you think having companions makes your overall experience in a game's world better or worse? And who are some of your favourite companions? And on the flip side, who can you just not stand? Have your say in the comments below. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.